Hi, Nick. My name is Sean Everett. I'm the website analysis expert over at Zucore Marketing. Thank you so much for talking with Eric. He sent your website over to me for analysis, which is what I'm going to give you now. And the first thing I'm going to point out is that you have a beautiful website. You have clearly spent some money on putting it together. And I can tell you that your website guy was good at putting together a beautiful website. Now, I'm not really here about the aesthetic part of it because a beautiful website, while nice to have, is not actually getting you customers if it's not performing. And right now, your website is not performing, and I'm going to lead you through everything that I'm looking at. Now, a good website, though, is important in that it will, once people get here, they will start clicking. It's kind of like having a newly painted car. It comes out of the body shop, and you pull up to your friend's house and you say, hey, let's go for a ride, and they hop in and everyone's happy. So same thing here. You pull up and they say, hey, this is a beautiful website. I'm going to start clicking. And they do that. That's what this website does. It attracts people to clicking. But getting them here. And getting them here is about what's in your website. And that's I'm the guy that looks under the hood, not at just the body paint. So I'm going to tell you about what's under the hood that is making your site underperform. Now, the first thing I do, aside from looking at the site itself, is I go to a paid tool that I have, which is called Ahrefs. It gives me a bunch of the metrics of your site and how it's been performing over the last several months. Now, the next thing I do is I go and I do a Google search, in this case for Columbus, Ohio roofers. And as you can see, there it is. And it's day after Valentine's Day. That's why there's still hearts that are in there. I'm going to need to explain a little bit about how Google works in order for you to understand what I'm talking about. The first thing I'm going to tell you is that everything on a Google search is determined by the Google algorithm. The Google algorithm is looking for certain things in a website, and design isn't one of them. What it's looking for, well, I'll get into that. Here we go. The first thing you're going to find in a Google search are what we call the map pack. That's these folks here, and they have done something very simple that other folks have not done, and that is fill out a Google business profile. Now, whether they did it or somebody in their marketing team did it, I don't know. A lot of companies are not, they don't have a marketing team. So, like in my own company, I went and filled it out myself. But and you could do that, but it would take some expertise and some experience in order to get up here, which is what you want. Here's the thing. Being near the top of a Google search is exactly what you want. Think about your own behavior with the Google search. How far down do you scroll before you say, oh, I have had enough results. I can find what I need from here on out. So being up here near the top is really important. So this is the map pack. Right under the map pack is what we call the organic search results. Now, Newman Roofing is the first result. That means they have done something very right because the algorithm has rewarded them with this spot. Google search results are not random. It's not like you show up the next day and do the same search and you get different results. You get the same results unless somebody has been doing something inside of their website to give them better results. And that's what I'm going to talk to you about. Now, the first thing I'm going to show you is this. I'm going to use Newman Roofing as your Google competitor for the sake of this video. Now, I'm going to take your website. I'm going to select all, copy, and paste into this word counter. There we go. You have 954 words. That's not bad. Not bad at all. I do the same for Newman. Select all, copy, and paste. And they have 697. Now, in an algorithm sense, generally you would win because 954 definitely beats 697. However, the words themselves matter, and that might be where you're falling behind. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Keywords is what we're talking about right now. Those are words that Google expects you to have on your website because Google knows what words should be there. It actually determines what words should be there by doing this. When I do this Columbus, Ohio roofer search, it looks at all of the websites that come up from the top to the very, very bottom, hundreds of sites down. And it strips out all the words and it counts them. And this word here appears the most. It becomes keyword number 1. And then this one appears second most, keyword number 2, and so on. So those become the keywords. Now, you want to have those words in your site. In fact, Google expects you to have those words on your site. You have 91 keywords. Newman has 1,600. So, in this little battle of keywords, you know which one the Google algorithm is going to pick as being better. Not 91, but 1,600. So you need to get your keywords up. I'm going to show you their keywords. Now, keywords can be about or like a key phrase. You know, they call them keywords, as you can see, keyword, but it's a phrase, right? So this key phrase, let's say, is standing seam metal roof. Now, that's something that people apparently wanted to know about, and they had satisfied that query on their website. Roofing companies, Columbus, Ohio. They are a roofing company. It's actually in their name. Roofing contractors. They have the word contractor somewhere on their website. Also, oh, look at this. They have Compañías de Roofing Cerca de Mí. They have Spanish in there because they realize that there's a Spanish community that they can get money from also. So they have something really smart here, and they have a web page that is called Necesitas Subcontractías de Tecado Residencial. So that is something that they have on their website in order to get more keywords in there. Now, a lot of them keywords can be about the community or the subdivisions or the suburbs. You know, if you have, say, a neighborhood in your city called the Capital Neighborhood, you can say that you are the best roofer in Capital Neighborhood, Columbus, Ohio. And the reason you can say that is because if it's on the internet, it's true. So you can write anything you want, and the Google algorithm will believe it. So that's one thing you can do. Better key phrases. And, you know, there's going to be other things in your industry. You know what your industry is about. You know that you have to deal with skylights. You know that you have to deal with soffits and gables and TPO and that sort of thing. So those are all the sites that Google expects you to have on your website. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you are your backlinks. You have 67 of them. A backlink is where you appear on somebody else's site, like, say, Yahoo, and they have a link back to your site, right? That's what a backlink is. Now, you have 67 of them, and this is one of the things that the Google algorithm is looking for. That's why it's on this paid tool, because we know what that algorithm is looking for. Here's what they have over at Newman. They have 1,100 backlinks. Now, a bunch of those might be garbage. So the backlinks, again, do matter. I'm going to show you their ones. Now, they have a bunch here that are in the 90s. There's a bunch more in the 90s that they don't have. You want anything that is rated about 70 and above. This DR stands for domain rating. That is the strength of a domain's backlink profile compared to the others in our database on a 100-point scale. This is a backlink profile means that a lot of other sites refer to it. So a lot of other sites say, hey, go to MapQuest for this information. A lot of other sites say, go to Angie's List for this information. Now, I know that, say, Wikipedia is not here because it's rated at like a 98, something like that, because so many sites say, go find your information on Wikipedia. So essentially, sites that people refer to for information have a higher rating. You also have a domain rating on your site, and your domain rating is 1. So you don't need it to be much higher. It could be like 4 or something, and you would still have a successful site. But here are their backlinks. MapQuest, Yellow Pages, Yahoo, This Old House, Super Pages. Get on those. Those are free to do, some of them. They just filled out a profile, and that's how to get on those. So these are 3 things that you can do that will improve your Google, your standing in the Google algorithm's eyes. And here's why it's important. Their placement here in the #1 spot of the organic search results. And by the way, you could be in both here and here if you fill this out correctly. This is what your keywords and backlinks related to. You had 41 clicks last month, which led to these being a value of about $133. Because you had 41 clicks, you made about $133. based upon their average of how much business you probably acquired from that. Now, Newman had 3,500. The value of these clicks all cumulatively are $42,400. They figure that that amount, more than your amount, netted them that many more requests for estimates and potential clients and ultimately money in your pocket by not getting higher in the Google search results, which you can do by doing the things that I told you about. You're leaving money on the table. Now, the things that I've told you about are simple. One, Google Business Profile. Two, better keywords. And three, more backlinks. Now, you could do those yourself if you wanted to. It's not illegal, and certainly those things are available to you. But they are time-consuming in a way that is almost mind-boggling. We're talking potentially weeks to get you on all of the different sites that you would need to be on. And I would assume that you probably want to spend more time putting on beautiful roofs like that one. So that being the case, this is where I think Eric might be able to come in and give you a hand. If what I'm telling you makes sense and this is something that you think might be useful to your business, give Eric a call and he would be happy to guide you through the next steps. I hope I've been helpful to you. Thank you for watching, and you have a great rest of your day.